Episode 3, Glassware and Bar Supplies. Hey, welcome back, you guys. This is the third episode in the series, and we're just trying to familiarize with everything that's in the bar. Just get you used to some terminology and items that are used in the bar. Today, we're going to talk about glassware and your bar supplies. Okay, and we're just going to get right into it. Alright, the first glass that you'll see here is a rocks glass. A rocks glass is pretty much, if a guest wants something on the rocks, he'll usually order, say, a Jack Daniels on the rocks. You would fill this glass up with ice and pour Jack Daniels into it, and it should be only room for the shot and the ice, and that's all you'll need. And it's not a very large glass, but it's bigger than a shot glass. The next glass would be an old-fashioned glass. Now, an old-fashioned glass can also be used for the rocks, and it's probably a more common glass to use because the size, it gives you more flexibility. You can either put it on the rocks. You can actually serve drinks neat or straight up without ice, and you can also create cocktails. If you wanted a Jack and Coke, you can put the ice at Jack, and then there'll be room for the whatever mixer that you use. So this is a very, very common glass that people use, and I think it's probably the most common glass in the bar. Is that and like a tall Coke glass. A highball glass. Like I said, an old-fashioned glass can be used for a highball glass. Usually a highball glass is a little bit taller than an old-fashioned glass, maybe a little bit slimmer, can hold a little bit more. So if somebody wanted a little bit more Coke, you have more room to give them more mixer with their Coke. A Collins glass. Collins glass is it's longer and taller than highball glass, and usually you're making a lot of drinks with like a mojito or a Tom Collins, or something that requires a lot of liquor or a lot of mixers, like a Long Island tea. So basically these glasses go by size. What's the requirements to be added to the drink? So like I said, in the order, rocks glass only has about 2 ounces that you can put into it. An old-fashioned glass maybe 4 ounces. A highball glass about 6 ounces, and a Collins glass about 8 to 10 ounces. So it progresses upwards in that order. There's fancier glasses that people use, like the martini glass. A martini glass can vary in size, but the purpose is the aesthetic value. It looks nice, you can, but it can hold drinks that are chilled. It has a stem, so you don't have to touch the glass where the liquid is. It has a stem that you can hold, and these are drinks that are served chilled, cold. I mean, you can serve it neat if they were, if a guest requested, but these are served drinks that are shaken on ice, served chilled without ice. Because people want the cold, but not all the time they want it to be watered down. The martini glass, cocktail glass, it's a very popular glass. Most people know what it is. A wine glass. All kinds of wine glasses, different shapes, sizes, but most bars have 2 kinds of wine glasses: a white wine glass and a red wine glass. White wine glass is just a typical glass, typical normal ordinary wine glass. A red wine glass would be a little bit larger, just so you can aerate the wine. But many bars just, if you're just serving wine by the glass, they'll have one standard glass, and that's really all that's needed, unless you're in a nicer place with finer wines or whatever it may be. But wine glass is what it is. A brandy snifter. A brandy snifter is a bulbous glass with a short stem, and it's usually held in the palm of the hand. And the reason it's that way is because you put brandy in it. A lot of people like it served warm, so your hand can keep the liquor, cognac, whatever you're putting in it, warm. So that's the reason why it's made that way. Margarita glass. Serve margaritas. You can serve them straight up. You can serve them on the rocks in this. You can serve them frozen in this glass. But this is typical margarita glass shape and style. A hurricane glass. A hurricane glass is to be fancy. I mean, it has the look. It has a bulb at the bottom, kind of tapers in toward the top, and just flares out at the very top. Hurricane glass is popular for a lot of drinks with fruit punch, frozen drinks, tropical drinks, you know, just so it can give it a very good look. Port glass. Port glass is like a smaller version of a wine glass. Has a slimmer profile, and you drink port wines from this glass. You can put port wine in any glass actually, but usually a port glass you kind of fill up halfway with the port. So, and it serves less than a wine glass. A cordials glass is kind of, you can do the same thing. You can be a smaller snifter. It can be a port glass, same way. Sherry glass, smaller, same as a port glass, but actually smaller than that. So, and then we have the shot glass. Shot glass is if you want to serve a liquor or mixed drink straight as a shot, and people just shoot it, but that's for usually an ounce, ounce and a quarter at the most. And that's pretty much it for the glassware. I mean, that's all kinds of glasses, all kinds of different shapes, but these would be your basic glasses that you'll find in a bar, and most of them not needed. Like, I wouldn't need a margarita glass. I would put it in a Collins glass, highball glass, hurricane glass. I don't think you need a margarita glass. I don't think you need a port glass. You know, you can put port in a snifter. You can put it in a wine glass. I don't think you need a port glass. But it's nice to have. You know, you have some people who are really snobby about that, so it's good to have a couple on hand in case you want to sell it. And I also don't think you need a rocks glass. I think that's a lot can be accomplished with an old-fashioned glass. And I don't think you need a highball glass. Maybe a tall soda glass or something like that to put water in, but you don't need a highball glass, which is kind of an intermediate glass between old-fashioned and a taller glass. But I don't think you need the highball glass. An old-fashioned glass, I think, would serve as a highball because you can add enough mixer in that glass. And like I said, that's pretty much it for glassware. There's some bar supplies you'll need. Most of these supplies will usually be provided by your establishment. So, but unless you know, sometimes people go into their own bar business. I've been a freelance like banquet bartender. I've done private parties and events, so I needed my own supplies at times. The most common supplies are bar napkins, sipping stir straws, regular drinking straws. You have garnish swords. It's like the little picks where you stab the fruit and garnish your drinks with. A salt rimmer. A lot of drinks call for salt or sugar on the rim. You want a bar caddy. A bar caddy is just a little device that you put all your supplies in, and they're all arranged where the easy access. Usually it's your picks, toothpicks, straws, sippers, napkins, all that stuff. Usually, arranged in a bar caddy for easy access. Then you have your fruit tray. Fruit tray is where you compartmentalize all your fruit and you have them available to garnish your drinks. And like I said, these are some basic supplies you'll need. And then there's all kinds of other supplies that you can have at the bar. But I mean, that's pretty much all you need. You might need bar towels to clean up messes, wipe your hands, whatever it may be. Just part of keeping your bar clean. See y'all next time. We'll talk about different bar mixers and different garnishes. Be easy, guys, the bartender. See y'all next out.